Life will always be difficult. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you achieve, life will always have difficulties and adversity. Like, it doesn't matter what you achieve, because right now you're thinking, no, once I get this amount of money, I'll be happy. Once I get this job, once I move out this country, it's always outside of yourself. You're looking for joy and happiness outside of yourself and that. And you feel like once you achieve your goal, then things will be easier, things will be better. When you have no money, you think, wait, if I have more money, my life will be better, which is true to a certain degree. You know, when you have no status, you think when I have status, I'll be happier. If you have no children, you think when I have children, I'll be happier. So we're always looking for it outside of ourselves, which is the biggest mistake that we make. Because we always think the grass is greener on the other side. But the truth is, life will continue to test us. Life will continue to be difficult, and we will always going to be battling within. Now, the reason I'm making this video is just to make you think of a different perspective. Look at it differently. Don't look at it like, okay, like that joy or happiness is somewhere else. Look at it from a perspective of joy and happiness is already within me. So when we look at ourselves as children, it's always the best example. You see children joyful, ecstatic, laughing, you know, they're so happy. Like, the only way they can be unhappy if you have to make them unhappy. If not, they'll remain in a joyful state. You know, and as we get older, we start to take this life more serious. We start to get caught up in working, paying bills, responsibilities, and, you know, and then we lose our joy. Year by year, we lose our joy to the point where we get to the end of our life where we're miserable. So we're going backwards. We start off being joyful, vibrant, active human beings. Then as the years progress, we get less and less and less and less joyful until all the joy is stripped out of us. Some people go through that process quicker. Some people, by the time they're 17, 18, they have no joy left. Some people maybe they reach 30 or 40, but it's declining. Your joy and happiness is declining. But at the same time, life's not just about joy and happiness. But why is it like getting worse? By the years and years, it's getting worse and worse. We're smiling less, we're laughing more, we're being more serious. So the perspective really I'm trying to give you is, stop looking for the joy outside of yourself. Stop thinking that something or someone will make you happy. No thing or no one will make you happy. The joy and happiness is within your own self. You could be going through a bad time and still be joyful. You can go through a great time and still be sad. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, you have to come to a realization that life in itself is not about chasing happiness. It's not about acquiring things. Yes, you should challenge yourself. You should have your goals. You should try to be the best version of yourself and, you know, achieve what you want to achieve. You have the right to do that. You know, it's your life. Wherever you want to put your mind to, wherever you want to achieve. But do not assume that once you achieve these things that your life will necessarily be any better than it is right now. You know, a lot of people, for example, think that money is the answer. So that, okay, right now you have no money. So with the moment you have more money, you'll be happier. But right now, if you're a drug addict, if you're struggling within your mindset, if you have trauma, money is not going to take away the trauma. It's not going to take away anything. It's only going to amplify what you are. You know, maybe you want status, you want to be respected among your peers, but that comes with different problems. So with every positive, there's a negative. With every negative, there's a positive. When bad things are happening, it's opportunity for good things or a new opportunity. When good things are happening, that means something bad could also happen. So like a polarity. So knowing that, then when will you truly be happy? When would you enjoy your life and that? When will you truly be good within yourself and that? Because if it's always chasing, if the happiness or the thing that you're looking for is always on the other side and that means you're never truly happy. That means you're never truly fulfilled, because you're always looking for the next thing, looking for the next thing. So in the moment, you never feel content. But when you really sit down and think, the suffering and pain that you're feeling is coming from thinking outside of yourself. Right now, you're watching me on your phone, on a TV. Are you suffering? Is your life really sad? No. You're simply listening to my words and observing it. But the moment you think outside of this moment, you start to think, oh, no, later I have to do this. Oh, my money's gone a bit low. Oh, I need to make sure I wake up on time. Like, then the suffering occurs when you think outside of the current moment. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you can live in the current moment your whole time. You have to think ahead as well. Otherwise, you cannot move forward. You see, so it's very complex. There's no one answer fits all. Do this and that's it. You know, a lot of people claim to have the answer. Okay, just follow this scripture and that's it. All your problems are going away. Or just follow this guru or some philosopher and that's it. The truth is, it's never simple. There is no quick fix. There's trials and tribulations. So then what do you do then? How do you navigate yourself in that? How can I be the best version of myself? How can I be as joyful and happy as I can be? How can I be the most impactful person that I can be? And like I said, the answer is not simple. There's many different ways. There's many different ways to get from A to B. You can walk from A to B. You can ride a bike from A to B. You can catch a bus from A to B. You can catch a plane from A to B. There's so many ways to get there. The quickest way, and there is no there at the same time, because once you get there, then it's a new destination. You know, you have to realize that in your life, you're never going to get to a point where you're so happy, so content. You might feel that for the moment, for the day, for the week, maybe for the month, but eventually your emotions going to go spiraling out of control back into anxiety. You might go back into your depression. You might go back into the unknown. So there's not a state where you're going to be always blissful, always happy. No. You see, when you really think about it, it's like, so what do you do then? What do you actually do? And really, no one can really tell you what to do. I can't say, oh, all you need to do is just work on yourself and just be happy, or just do self-improvement. That's not the answer. Like, yeah, you could do that. That doesn't mean that that's going to be the answer from now until the end of time. Things might change. You understand? So knowing the complexity of life I feel like it's very important. Very important. Also, knowing history is also very important, because where everything you're facing right now, people have been facing the issues that you're facing right now. People have been facing that from the beginning of time, which, if I tell you guys, it's important to know history. It's important to read books and to analyze, you know, the previous human beings that have been here, you know, because they have lessons to teach. You understand? But the main thing I could say is always keeping your mind open, always sharing your perspective, sharing how you feel. Even if you write your thoughts down, if you can talk to a person, you know. Personally, sorry, train's going by. Personally, I feel like you need to do a variety of things to let out your emotion, whether that's writing it down in a form of journaling, whether that is saying it in a video, like myself currently, whether that's saying it in a song, whether that is speaking to a person, you know. Let out what you feel, and also be open-minded enough to receive new information in that, so you can constantly analyze, check yourself, and readjust yourself in that. You know, you cannot be in a permanent state in that, a state of mind. You cannot. A lot of people get to the point where they just accept themselves as they are. Like, let's say I'm overweight. Yeah, that's just me. I'm overweight. That's just me. There's nothing I can do about it. Or, oh, I'm just an aggressive person. You know, my dad was aggressive, and my mom was aggressive, so, you know, I happen to be aggressive as well. Or just, yeah, you know, I ain't got no money, but hey, look, that's just me. Like, yeah, the main thing we can all agree on is evolution is important. We have to grow as individuals. We cannot be stagnant. You know, like I said, as a child, you were so happy, joyful, and you was curious. You was constantly seeking new information, new mentors. You know, we have to, you know, play this game of life. Man, life really in itself is a game. You know, we have to play the game, learn and progress and level up, and, you know, look at it as an adventure rather than like, oh, okay, once I get to this point, once I get this amount of money, once I get this home, once I, you know, no, it's a journey, it's a quest that's never ending. And that's how you have to view it, a quest, an adventure that's never ending. And you're constantly just looking and learning and changing yourself and adjusting your perspective and just, you know, evolving, moving forward as a being, as a person, you know. And then once you do that, then, of course, that doesn't mean life's going to be perfect and you have no drama or adversity. That's still going to be there, but it's more of a experience rather than being stuck in a corner, stuck in a way of thinking, stuck in a fixed mindset. You understand? Because information is very important, to acquire information and to utilize the information. The difference between any given person is really the information, because this person knows how to do things a certain way. That's why this person may be successful, or maybe in shape, or maybe, you know, rich, or maybe whatever they have acquired. It's information. So you have to continue to learn. As long, you know, one of my favorite quotes, I believe it's Seneca, right? or Socrates, one of them anyway. It said, as long as you live, continue to learn how to live. You see, we get to the point where we feel like we figured life out. Okay, life is like this. You must go to work. You must get money. The rich get richer. The poor get poorer. You feel like you figured life out. You feel like you know how the whole game is. But reality is you don't know anything. You don't even know 0.001% of life. And life constantly evolving as well. So you don't know anything. And when you realize you don't know anything, you're just constantly seeking, constantly learning. And if you keep learning, then you can only improve. You know, if you acquire information, you're only going to better yourself. You're not going to make yourself worse. You understand? So life is very complex. There's moments you're going to be very joyful, very happy. And there's moments you're going to be suffering. We're going to be really down. You know? But what I'm constantly thinking about, how do I stay in the, like, how can I not be affected by my circumstances? How can I not be affected by the way things are in my life? Because if you're affected by the way things are, that means every single time something bad happens, you're going to be sad. If something good happens, you're going to be happy. So your whole mood and your whole existence is based on what's happening to you. Like a victim. You know, if the person bullies me today, I'm going to be sad. If the person doesn't bully me today, then I'm going to be good. That's how we're going through life. Like when we hear some good news, I'm so happy. Bad news, so sad. Which initially seems normal, right? Like, yeah, wow, that's how I was supposed to behave. But then it's like, whoa, is that really normal? Am I just a victim of circumstances? Or do I have power over myself? Like I said, you're watching this video right now. You're not suffering at this moment. You're watching it, you're taking the information in, and I don't know how you're feeling, but maybe you're learning something, or maybe you're resonating with what I've got to say, which I'm guessing you are if you're watching till this point. In this moment, you're not suffering. In this moment, you're just taking in information. But like I said, the moment you think outside of the current moment and you start to think about what's going on later, how much money you have, when you got to go to work and you have to do this, you have to do that, then the suffering occurs again. You see? So, like I said, life is extremely, extremely complex. But you can maneuver around it and still be joyful. Joy doesn't need to be in the future. Happiness is not in another day. You can feel all of that right now. It's simply a choice, you know. So this is what's on my mind. This I wanted to share with you guys. And yeah, I'll be continuing to share my perspectives. I'll be continuing to share what I learn, and hopefully provide information that's going to help you become better, help you find, you know, peace within yourself, harmony, motivation, maybe even. So I appreciate whoever watched this video right to the end. If you could leave a like, a comment, any video that you want to see, anything you want to see, you want me to touch on. And hopefully see you again, man. Keep learning how to live.